Good evening, folks. So, a good few of us here have always said that they're going to use certain reasons why they're coming into Ireland, or what they're fleeing, what they're trying to run away from to seek refuge over here in Ireland. Even though we know it's a government ploy to get us all closer to a social credit score. That's the end goal at the moment for the current Irish government and Europe as a whole, is getting us all closer, getting so many people reliant on the social welfare looking after them that it will lead to no choice but to take this, be it an app on your phone, some thumbprint that you have to do somewhere, something like this, eye retina scan. It's all down the line for them with this social credit score. But in order to get a certain amount of people to that point, what they have to do is they have to crash the system. And what better way to do it than flood a country? Ireland is the government don't even look after their own people here. Yet they're quite content bringing all these males over and housing them and feeding them, and all part of leading us to that social credit score. That's the whole point of it. But they get these scripts that they're given, right? And three things I can think of off the top of my head is, if they're ever asked by Irish people about why they're here, say one of these three things. There could be more now. They could add a few more on in the up and coming months or years. But say you're fleeing war is one. Say you're fleeing persecution for your sexual orientation is another. And climate is another one. Now, I haven't seen many videos of people saying they had to leave because of a certain climate that was happening, like the climate change thing, right? All that. But that's gonna start picking up more and more now as well. You're gonna see a lot more saying that, because you see all these ideas that they've pumped billions and billions of euros into with the propaganda around LGBT, around climate change, all of it is linked in. All of it is linked in, and it was like them planting the seed so they could turn around and say, see, this is what we're referring to. We're referring to these things that are real and we've been telling you about for the last few years, So have a listen to this guy. This girl, she's on Twitter. And forgive me, I can't pronounce your second name, Ciara. But it's Ciara, and her handle is @__ the individual. Okay? I'll put a link to our page in the description so you can give her a follow. She interviewed this guy, and it's only a short one, in Letterkenny in County Donegal. So have a listen to this.
Hi, how are you? So how long are you living in Letterkenny?
It's 5 months now.
Okay, and what brought you to Ireland?
We are asylum seekers.
Okay, so you're fleeing war.
Excuse me?
Are you fleeing war?
Yeah, persecution.
Prosecution?
Yeah.
Where?
Nigeria.
There's war in Nigeria?
No, it's a sexuality thing.
Now, straight off the bat, I can see somewhat educated to an extent, because he corrected himself. He's already corrected himself. At first it was fleeing war, now it's sexual orientation. So see, he's used two of them. He's used two of the things already that we've said they're going to use. These are the scripts these people are given when they come to this country by the likes of the NGOs. They're brought into these IPAS centres and are fed this stuff to say. Right? Continue.
Sexuality?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Where I come from, if you are bisexual or homosexual, you get killed. So
you're gay?
Yeah, you have to take off. Yes.
Okay. And how are you finding Letterkenny? Are you settling in well?
Oh, lovely.
Okay. Are you working?
Not yet. Still looking for.
Okay. And where are you staying?
It's just beside the Margetigans over there.
And all paid for? All sorted by the government?
Government, yes.
Great government.
Oh, fantastic. This is the land of Tien and Og.
1,000 welcomes.
Yes, Kukulin said come and we're here.
And you're out on a Saturday?
Now, interesting there. It said Q Cullen. Q Cullen said, come here. Did he? Did Cullen say, come here? No, it was the likes of O'Gorman. It was the establishment. It was the likes of Mr. O'Gorman, Mrs. McEntee, Varadkar. Those are the individuals who tweeted out to come here in, oh, God knows, I don't remember how many languages, but they said it in every language to come here. Don't worry, we'll look after you. We'll look after you. Now, is that that should be a red flag for people straight away, because if we look at Ireland, we have close to 15,000 people that are homeless, 3,000 children, Irish children that are homeless. Why are they so hell bent on looking after these individuals coming all the way from countries in Africa, Africa, like one of the biggest continents in the world? They travel through all these safe countries to get to Ireland because O'Gorman and all of them said, come here, we'll look after you. Yet, at the same time, they've been ignoring Irish people for as long as I can remember. Like, I'm 40, and as long as I can remember, they have ignored Irish people. We have people who are in their 20s and 30s still sleeping in their mas and dads' houses because they can't afford anything. Yeah, they roll the carpet out for all these individuals, house them, feed them, give them money. You know? That would be the point that we need to drill into people, because there's still that pushback, and fair enough, most of the pushback is by NGOs whose whole entire existence, the only reason they are here and meant to be is to force this through, to make people look at it and go, no, it's nothing to do with, we can't look at it in a financial sort of way. Please ignore the Irish homelessness that we've had. We have to take these people in because we're one of the most charitable countries in the world, and we want to put the message out. We want to virtue signal as much as possible that, you know, we can look after the world. We can't even look after our own fucking people. Do you know what I mean? I'll continue here.
Oh,
Nice.
but of course, we're going to have fun out there.
You're happy in Ireland.
This is Erin.
And have you got family at home?
Oh, yes, I do.
So what have you got at home?
My wife and 2 kids, 2 sons.
Your wife and 2 sons?
Yeah, the mighty Hercules and the mighty Spartacus.
But you just said you were gay.
Huh? Yeah,
You just said you were gay.
Bisexual, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Bisexual means you eat the snail and then you eat the meat, you know.
Right. Thanks.
Like, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Even that last little phrase, he said, you eat the snail and then you eat the meat. It's like really condescending. It's like, I'm fooling you. I'm trying to, like, what he's doing there is mocking the person talking to him. That's what he's doing. He's mocking her with these vulgar phrases. You eat the snail and then you eat the meat. While leaving his wife and his 2 children at home. He's over here living it up, getting free food, free roof over his head, free money every week. Probably going out getting pissed. God knows. Well, I don't know if he's going out getting pissed, but God knows what he's doing. Do you know? But the difficult part here, right, is informing more people that these NGOs, right, even though it stands for non-government organisation, they're just an arm of the government. They're literally just doing what the government want them to do. That's why the government gives them billions and billions. We've 36,000 NGOs, and then they go on to employ and get other people to go out with their little placards and set up these counter protests to give a message that, you know, Ireland isn't racist, Ireland isn't that, blah, 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 blah. We all know the Irish people aren't racist, but that doesn't even come into it. The fact is they're playing on the Irish people's good charity. That's what they're doing. And when they're bringing out these recent polls about Ireland being the most educated people on the planet, now all that would say to me is it's the most brainwashed population on the planet. You know, all these people who are meant to be smart and top of their class and all that. Those are the same people who are backing these NGOs, funding these NGOs. The likes of people that go to Trinity and get brainwashed for 9 hours out of the day. You know, that's what's keeping all of this going. Is the NGOs working on behalf of the Irish government. Now the Garda, that's another story. Once again, they're just another arm of the establishment. They're told what to do and they do it. Even if they can see in the next 5 years that Ireland's not going to be Ireland anymore, it doesn't matter because their mortgage is still being paid for them going to work and bullying the rest of us. So that was a good little interview your woman got there. I'm going to I'll tag her Twitter down below, so make sure you give her a follow. And yeah, I'm going to go live later on this week because there was a lot of incidents that happened in the end of May and the start of June, like unbelievable amount. And of course, I'll cover a lot of my lives, but I'll also cover the two girls that passed suddenly after the marathons. We had two young women, two Irish women, a woman running a marathon in Scotland who passed away just after competing the marathon, just dropped dead. And then another girl in a marathon in County Cork. But I'll save that one for the live. We can talk about that in the live. But you all know what that is.